guys, so today I wanted to do a review video for you, and the products that I'm going to be reviewing are the Advanced Artistry sets from Sigma Beauty. Now, the Advanced Artistry set is formed of 3 different individual brush sets, so I wanted to go through each of the 3 and let you guys know what my thoughts are. And I have been trying these brushes out for a couple of months. I know they were released a little while ago and they were kind of well hyped up on YouTube, but I really like to try brushes for a couple of months to really get to know how well they're going to last through being washed multiple times, being cleaned multiple times, being used multiple times. I just really like to use brushes for a while, a lot longer than trying out makeup. With me, I can tell whether or not I'm going to like a makeup product, how long it's going to last on me, fairly quickly. But with brushes, you don't know how long they're going to last you, and if you're going to spend a decent amount of money on a brush set, you want to know that it's going to last you a while. So I wanted to try these out over a few months and then let you know what my thoughts are. So if you'd like to know what I think about the Advanced Artistry set from Sigma, then please keep on watching. Alright guys, so just to start off this review with a little disclaimer, I was sent these brushes from Sigma, but I was not asked to do a review. I was not paid to do a review, any of that. I am an affiliate of Sigma, but that's all. I'm not paid to be sent products and review them or anything. I wanted to review them on my own and give you guys my honest opinion of what I think about these brushes. So I wanted to throw that out there before I started this review. So the Advanced Artistry set comes with 3 individual brush sets within the whole entire set. You can buy all 3 of the brush sets for $175, or you can get each individual set, which comes with 6 brushes each, for $63. So it's a little bit more than $10 per brush, which really isn't that bad, and for the quality of the brushes, it's pretty good. I mean, they are very high quality brushes, and I haven't found any problems with them quality-wise, so I think that it's well worth the money if you are going to spend the money on a brush kit and you're looking for something, either one or all of these types of brushes. I think that it's well worth it for you guys to spend the money that they are charging. I think that $63 or even the $175 for all of them is a very decent price for what they are. So within the whole Advanced Artistry collection, there are 3 separate kits. There's the Spot On Concealer Kit, the Extreme Color Payoff Kit, and the Perfect Blending Kit. So the first set that I'm going to show you is the Spot On Concealer Kit. So it comes with these 6 brushes here. So the first brush that I'm going to show you is the Sigma Soft Blend Conceal F64 brush. And this is a massive concealer brush, and it's definitely my favorite brush out of the entire concealer kit. It's just absolutely fantastic for blending out the larger areas of your face with concealer. I really like to use it for around my nose, in between my eyebrows, and underneath my eyes. It blends out your concealer in seconds and just leaves a very nice airbrush finish. It's a fantastic brush. It's pretty dense, so it really works in the concealer and does a great job at blending it out. So I really absolutely love this brush, and it's, like I said, my favorite from the whole concealer kit. The next brush from the concealer kit is the Pinpoint Concealer, the F68 brush. And this is a very tiny pinpoint concealer brush, and it's perfect for if you have like a couple blemishes that you just want to conceal the actual blemish. It's great for being able to just put the concealer right where you need it, and you can blend out lightly around the edges if you need to with this brush. So it's an awesome brush, and it could also double up for a smudger or an eyeliner brush as well. So I think that this is a great brush to have in this kit. The next brush in this kit is the Detail Concealer F71 brush, and this is a longer concealer brush, but as you can see, it's super flimsy. This is my least favorite brush out of pretty much this entire set, but especially with the concealer kit, it's just, I don't find it to be a great concealer brush. I think that it's very flimsy. The second you touch your skin with it, it just kind of flops. And I mean, it would work well, and I have tried it with the Pinpoint Concealer to blend out the edges if you need to, which it works okay for that, but I mean, you could also just use your finger for that too, so I just don't really find that this brush is super necessary, and with how flimsy it is, I just don't find that it does a great job with concealer work at all. So the next brush is the Angle Pixel Concealer F69 brush, and basically this brush is a little bit of a thicker angled brush. And I like it because it does have a flat edge. I don't know if you guys can see that there, but it has a flat edge, so again, you can really kind of pinpoint certain spots that you want covered, and it does a great job, and it blends at the same time, which is fantastic. I also like to use this brush for underneath on the lower lash line to blend out eyeshadows. It does that amazingly. It really gets in there and really blends out the eyeshadow, so this could definitely be used for eyeshadow, concealer. You can always make brushes used for whatever you want them to be, but I really like this one for eyeshadow as well as concealing smaller areas on my face. The next brush that we have is the Angled Buff Concealer, the F66 brush. And this is kind of along the same lines as the previous brush, but it's a little bit bigger. So it does have that flat end here, which I really like. And again, this is great for more bigger areas, and it blends out as well as being able to just tap in the concealer and really blend it out nicely. I, again, like to use this one for eyeshadow as well. I like to kind of use it here and just blend up into the crease if I just want more concentrated color on the outer portion of my eye. I think that this does a really great job for that as well. And the last brush from the concealer kit is the Airbrush Blender F63 brush. Now, this brush, I do not use it for concealer. I didn't like it for concealer that much. It's sort of similar to the F64. It's just smaller. But I find that it's a little bit less dense than the F64, so I really like to use it for eyeshadow. I love using this brush to blend out the crease. It's just a perfect blending brush. It fits right into the crease area, and you don't have to worry about it over blending the product. It really does a great job at blending eyeshadow, so I prefer this for the eyes over concealer. Alright, so the next part of this kit is the Perfect Blending Kit, and this comes with 6 blending brushes. So the first brush is the Pointed Crease E48 brush, and this is kind of similar to the smaller concealer brush, the F71. So as you can see, this one's basically just a larger version of that. It's thicker, it's a bit longer, and the difference between these two also is that this one has more of a tapered tip and this one is more flat. So I really like this brush for getting right into the crease. If you really wanted to do kind of like a cut crease and slightly blend it out, this brush is perfect for that. It really gets right into the crease. You can really control where you are blending and just really work that product right into where you need it. And it doesn't overblend, it doesn't go outside of where you want it to, so you can really have a nice controlled blend with this brush. I like it a lot, and I think it's fantastic to have in this kit. The next brush is the Highlight Diffuser E71 brush. Honestly, this brush, which it's kind of funny because I sort of flop uses for these brushes, this one is similar to the F66. So it's basically a larger version of that, and I honestly like to use this one for concealer. I really like to use it for any bigger blemishes that I have, and also for around my nose and in between my eyebrows. I really just like it for blending out concealer. I don't like it for applying eyeshadow that much at all, but for concealer I think it's a great brush. The next brush is the All Over Blending E37 brush, and this one is just kind of like a shorter domed brush. So it has a nice dome tip to it, and I think that this is perfect for blending out the crease area, and it does a great job at keeping a controlled blend. Again, a lot of these are really good at not over blending products, which I really like, but it's a great blending brush, and it is pretty dense, so you are able to pack on the color and blend at the same time without having to worry about blending the color away. So this is a fantastic blending brush. So the next brush is the Exact Blend E32 brush, and this is kind of like a slightly fluffier, very dense shader brush. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is quite thick for what it is. And I really like to use this brush for on the lower lash line to blend out any eyeshadows that I have down there. And it's perfect for if you really want to smoke out the lower lash line. This is great for that, because you can keep the product controlled and it won't end up like halfway down your face, but it blends it out very nicely because it's so dense. I really enjoy this brush, and I think it's perfect for blending out the lower lash line. The next brush is the Buff and Blend E39 brush, and this is kind of like a fluffier version of the E37. It's a domed shaped brush, and it's not as densely packed as the E37, so it's great for blending out your crease work. And again, it keeps a nice controlled blend, but it is a little bit more flimsy, so you're able to do kind of more buffed out blending. It's not so concentrated in one area, so I really like this brush for doing my kind of higher crease work. The last brush that is in the Perfect Blender kit is the Diffused Crease E38 brush, and this is another favorite brush of mine. Again, it's sort of similar to the E39, and it's just longer and definitely not as dense, a little bit more pliable, and it's just a very nice buffing brush. I really like this one, and it works well to just blend out the crease beautifully and really get rid of any harsh lines you may have in your crease. So I would highly recommend this brush. I think it's fantastic and it's a great part of the kit. Alright, so lastly we have the Extreme Color Payoff Kit, and this is basically a set of 6 brushes that really pack on the eyeshadow. It's perfect for the lower lash line, perfect for the inner corner, underneath the brow, on the lids, everything. These brushes are great for just really packing on any color that you want. So the first brush here is the Pencil E30 brush. And this is basically just a thicker pencil brush, and I really like to use this one for applying color in the inner corner as well as for blending out the lower lash line. These brushes are really dense. They have a lot of brush hair in them, so they're great for packing on the color, but they're so soft and they do a great job, especially this one, for blending out areas. So you don't have to worry about really tugging on your eye because these kind of just do the work for you. So it's fantastic. I really like this brush, and it's great for buffing out the lower lash line and applying color on the inner corner and underneath the arch of your brow. So the next brush is the Cream Color E58 brush, and this is basically just a flat paddle brush. And I really like to use this one for when I am using my eyeshadows wet. I find that any brushes that are flat like this are really great for applying wet eyeshadow because they don't tend to clump up the eyeshadow when you're applying it on the lid. They really do a great job at keeping it very seamless, not have any clumps, and to really help blend it out into any other shadows you may have on the lid. The next brush is probably my favorite out of the entire kit, which is, I was shocked because I didn't think I would like it as much as I do, but it's the Wide Shader E59 brush. And as you guys can see, it's a pretty dense and fairly wide shader brush. I love this thing for all over lid color. It's fantastic because you stick this in an eyeshadow and it just packs on the color, and it's like easy one swipe, you're done. It's a fantastic brush, and it really does a great job at packing the punch when applying color. The next one is the Short Shader E20 brush, and this is just a very tiny shader brush. I don't like to use this one for actually on the lid. I like to use it for underneath the lash line. I find that it really smudges out the color, and because it's not so thick, I don't know if you guys can see that there, it really gets super close to underneath your lashes, so I really like this brush for doing detail work underneath the lower lash line. The next brush is the Firm Blender E44 brush, and this one is a more pointed blender brush, and what I like to use this brush for is super detailed crease work and also to apply any shadows to my inner corner. I also like to use it if I'm going to be applying a shadow underneath my eyebrow to highlight, because it kind of applies and blends at the same time. So I really like this brush for those 3 functions mainly. So I think that it's a great brush, and it does a great job at blending as well as applying the color. And last but not least is the Firm Shader E57 brush. This is basically just a paddle shader brush, but it's shorter, and I really like to use this one for once I've kind of done an all over lid color, is to add sort of a highlight color in the center, because it's the perfect size for that. It fits pretty much the size of your iris, so it's just a fantastic brush. It's so perfectly sized for adding some extra detail onto the lid, so I really like to use this for more detailed work rather than an all over lid color brush. So overall, I really do think that these brush kits are amazing. They are fantastic quality. Now, I have washed these brushes quite a few times, both spot cleaning and deep cleaning, and I haven't noticed any shedding whatsoever from any of these brushes. And I also haven't noticed that any of the black brushes bleed when I wash them. And I haven't noticed that any of the ferrules on these have gotten loose at all. So I would highly recommend that you guys try out at least one of these kits. If you don't want to buy all 3, pick one that you think that you would use the most. And like I said throughout showing you each of the brushes, you don't have to use them for what they're necessarily labeled as used. You can use them for whatever you want. You need to be creative with your brushes, use them for other uses, make the best use out of the brushes that you have. I think that these are well worth the price, like I said before, and it's great to have, especially if you're a professional makeup artist, it's great to have this set of brushes just because you can use it for so many different things. And it really kind of covers everything that you need them to in 3 kits, so it's just fantastic. Alright guys, so I really hope that you found this review to be helpful. I had a lot of fun trying out these brushes. I absolutely love them. They're definitely a staple in my makeup application. And I will have a 10% off discount code, which I will link down below. And I will also link you to each of the individual sets as well as the full Advanced Artistry kit. So I will have all of those links down below. Alright guys, so please make sure to follow me on all my social media networks. They are always linked down below. I have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, I will have a corresponding blog post with up-close pictures of the brushes and full descriptions of each of the brushes, which I will also link down below. Okay guys, I will talk to you all soon. Bye.